Hello. I felt talkative today, so here I am, being talkative, working up a real thirst with that. So refreshing. I wanted to talk about where you go with this, with the tarot, as far as moving forward, progressing. A lot of the sources out there are old and very valuable, good stuff. But as far as what you're learning with that, a lot of it back then, like with Arthur Waite, if you look into his book, Pictorial Keys of the Tarot, which talks about the Rider-Waite deck. If you look into that, he was sworn to secrecy with the Golden Dawn. So, and he even says in his book, I can't tell you everything about it, the symbolism in the cards, because it was secret stuff. So you couldn't talk about it. I don't know why, but they wanted to keep it secret. I guess they didn't think you were ready for that vast and powerful knowledge. Like you're going to blow up or something. So it was all secret. Anyway, a lot of that stuff was back then was that way. And today you can go to there's places, there's stuff out there right now where you can go to school and learn how to read tarot cards, and they'll give you a certificate or a diploma or something, a license maybe, I don't know, that you could hang on the wall as a certified tarot reader by this school or whatever it is. And don't do that. If you hang that on the wall, it's going to be, nobody's going to know what it is. It's just like, nobody's going to look and say, oh, you got a certificate from Joe's College on tarot. But that doesn't do you any good. As far as I'm concerned, you can go to those places. I'm sure that those schools that are out there tell you a lot of good stuff. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't look for a license or a certificate, or there's no such thing as a licensed certified tarot reader or psychic for that matter. The city isn't going to make you become licensed to work there. And so that just it's not necessary. No insurance company is going to pay for the reading because you're licensed. You can't call your insurance company and say, I need to get a tarot reading. It's going to tell you it's only covered if it's a licensed reader. No, doesn't work. So really, I think the best thing for you to do is just do what you want with that. Go, read books about it, look at the YouTubes, practice it, play around with the cards, have them in your hand a lot. Read your friends, pretend you're reading people. And when you think you're ready, go out there and start reading some people, even if it's for free. I know a lot of pro readers that started out just reading it, sitting in a lounge somewhere and reading for a drink. And just they would be there once a week, and everybody would know, if you want a reading, Cynthia's here on Wednesdays from 6 to 9, or a coffee house doing the same thing. So do that. And then when you're ready to graduate to a higher level, you'll know. And if you can, start hanging around with other readers. If you know any, see what they got going on and talk about things with them. That's what you need to do. Now, I don't have a school. I have my books. but I don't want a school. I do classes, courses. I would call them courses, and they're fun. And maybe they'll last 4 weeks, 6 weeks. Once a week, you get together, a group of you, and people learn a lot from them. But you don't get anything at the end. So then you graduated my class, but you can read. And as long as they're helpful, that's all I'm concerned about. So hanging around with other readers, interacting with them is going to be your biggest education you got to get. So try to do that if you can. And I would also say that if you're looking for a group, go to my tarot gatherings, which is always the second Tuesday of the month, 12 o'clock noon Chicago time. Last about 2:30. And if you don't go, on I got in my playlist, you'll see that they're all 2.5 years we've been doing it, I think. And there's usually about 20 people in there. So you just go in there and say hi and hang around. We'll let you hang around with us. But and if you got a question, I wanted to know about this. So I was wondering, could you ask? I was wondering about this. What do you think? And everybody in there is going to be more than happy to talk to you about it. And that's what the thing is for. Just it's a forum to talk about the cards. And if you got any questions, that's where you find answers. You get opinions at least on how to handle this or that. But there's nothing to graduate. Although I am thinking about having a diploma. If you're there for so long, you will receive an award, this beautiful award. You could put it on your bookshelf like that. Doesn't that look nice? It's so emotional with that, something to be proud of. But you could have but really what your work is what's going to make you what you are. And what's nice about the tarot is that people that are involved with it are more than happy to talk about it, even if you don't want them to talk about it. And they'll talk about it. So if you have something you're looking into and you don't know, you have a question about this, or what do you think of this author or that author, and what do you think of this deck? All these questions are things that everybody in that group, well, there's a lot of people in that group are pro, and there's a lot of people in that group are just novice readers. They're just starting out, and that's why they're there. Rub elbows with some pros. And that's where you're going to find a lot. And you'll get your feet wet that way. And you'll also start to meet some other people. And maybe you could start something in your own area where you get together at a real coffee house once a month or something. But you'll find yourself, the best education you'll get is by real life interaction with other people who read or trying to read and sharing ideas. And what do you think of this? What do you think of that? That's all you need. And you'll do fine. That's all you're going to need. And the kind of deck you want to use, that doesn't make any difference. They're all good. The kind of spread you use, how much you charge, within reason, doesn't make any difference. And how you go about getting started. A lot of different ways to do that. So anyway, and that's why something like this forum is nice, because my ways of getting started are probably going to be outdated in some ways, than maybe the newer stuff today. I mean, I got started pro reading in 93. Internet was just starting to come out in 93. So that's how far back that goes. The information highway, that's what it was called. World Wide Web. And so a lot of people doing it online now. And there's all sorts of different ways you can go. But you can do it. Everybody's capable of doing it. Nobody's gifted. We're all gifted. We're all unique. No one will ever read like you, but you. Tarot card meanings are not etched in stone. One author is going to say this, another author is going to say that. Don't get, just follow a set of ideas what those cards mean, whatever works for you. Whatever you read, I like this author, I like what they're saying, do that. But the cards don't have any real solid meaning to them. You're not reciting a card's meaning to somebody. That'd be like reading somebody's horoscope out of the newspaper. If you're worried about evil influences in the tarot, demons and spirits and things like that, don't worry about that. I haven't met any yet. So I don't think they're out there. I've been with these cards a long time, and so far they're just not home. And don't worry about that. Just a deck of cards. Learn how to use them, and you could be a pro reader. Anyway, there's just some ideas here, and yes, you can have one of these too someday if you follow these ideas. Have fun with it, because there's a lot of fun out there to have. And my YouTubes, I got a whole channel of YouTubes. I got over 300 YouTubes here. Jeez, I could probably learn some stuff from my own YouTubes. I have so much stuff in there. Stuff I forgot. So anyway, have fun with it. You can do it. There's no right or wrong way. It's very subjective work. Don't worry about getting a degree or a diploma or a license or anything like that. You don't have to worry about some school. Just follow what you feel is going to work for you. And remember, you're there to help people find answers, and that's what you're doing. And if you want confirmation about if you're going on the right track, if you just need somebody to talk with about it, again, you're more than welcome to come by our tarot gatherings. There'll be a map, there'll be a link down below to the next one. My playlist has got a whole, my channel has got a whole playlist on past get-togethers, and you'll see a lot of it. It's just talk, just socializing, and so I record them. So it's just basically having a good time with other readers. And people do have questions. Talk about a lot of things. Lots of times we're not even talking about tarot cards, but they do come up. So anyway, keep throwing cards. We'll talk soon. Bye.